You are watching.
Pilot.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Pilot MMA, man. We've got another edition here. We're going to be talking about the recap of UFC 316. I am your host, Rico the One. This is your boy, Hondo.
What is up?
And, bro.
Bittersweet card.
Bittersweet card, man. It was a heartbreaker. I mean, as many of y'all know, we were going for Suga, Sean O'Malley, to win this one. And unfortunately,
couldn't get it done.
Dude, I guess, keeping it clean and not Jane the Peen was not the way to go.
Immediately after his loss, all the memes were like, he did better when he was, the character of Suga, when he smoked, when he Jade the Peen.
Yeah, man.
The first time around, he went to decision. This time around, he gave Merab's first finish in 4 years.
Man, dude. First finish in 4 years, bro.
Merab's last finish came from Moicano.
Money Moicano. 4 years ago. Moicano, wait, 135?
I want to say, yeah.
Because Moicano fights at 155. Or at least now. Damn. But I like Money Moicano, man. He just real quick, he had some balls, man, stepping up to fight Islam, man. Hey, you get that shot, you're gonna take it, right? So yeah, it was the card itself wasn't too bad, man. There was 6 finishes, if I'm not mistaken. 6 finishes, 7 decisions on this card. Ideally, you want to see finishes every card, right?
Leave the judges out of it.
Leave the judges completely out of this, but we live in an imperfect world, so we get this. It's almost 50%, so not bad.
Do you think? And I guess that's part of the hype, right? That's just to get people to buy the fights,
yeah,
to get people hyped. Do you think we have these standards that just can't be reached? Because they hype up these cards. They're like, man, that looks like a good fight, and the fight comes around, and it's like, it was okay.
Right.
Do we just? Is it just the hype? Do we just overhype these cards?
You know what, dude? Honestly, I think we're all just a bunch of barbarians, bro, that want to see that blood.
We want to see blood.
We want to see that blood. We want to see that crazy knockout, man, all the time. It's just like in the Roman times and when they would go see the gladiators. They always talk about that, right? That,
yeah.
MMA is a gladiator sport.
And I don't know if you remember like the old promos for like UFC when the fight would start. It was literally like the unfaced like gladiator in the armor.
Oh yeah,
step into the arena.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see that again. They want to see the old school UFC pride. Yeah. That kind of shit.
Yeah. But also, dude, it's just because, bro, like, you just, they say anything can happen in MMA.
Right.
And, dude, sometimes you just get those fabled cards, bro. Like 300. 300 was a badass card from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what more could you ask for? That was just an awesome card. It was amazing from start to finish. And everybody that's the standard now. That's the bar. That's where we want to see it.
That's prior to, so I remember I missed most of that card. But prior to that, I would say the card that I for me, what was the standard was the first card where they brought back the fans. And what the hell was his name? Oh,
are you talking about the Usman and Masvidal?
Yes,
yes.
The second time, or was it the second time?
Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe it was the second time. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that one had Shevchenko on it, and I think it even had Rose on it. It was three titles.
Yes, Rose when she knocked out The Chinese chick.
Yeah, Zhang Wei Li.
Zhang Wei Li. Dude, that was insane. That was...
Yes, it was a great card from start. That one, well, the main card. I remember thinking that the prelims and the other prelims, they were okay, but the main card was just out of this world, dude.
Just banger.
Dude, that's when Weidman and Uriah Faber got into it.
That's when Weidman fucked himself.
Yeah, completely destroyed that leg. Just from, I was like, whoa.
Because he like kicked and his opponent checked it and he went back on his leg had already broken from the check.
Yeah.
And then he stepped on it.
It was, that was, man, it was ugly.
It was ugly.
Ugly,
and then
bro.
we're just like, what?
Dude, and then before that was it was, what's his name from, it was him and he basically like, it was the light heavyweight fight and he like, his legs just got messed up and he couldn't walk.
He couldn't do it.
I forgot what his name was, dude. But it was just like, whoa, that was good. Yeah. That's kind of scary, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the bar. But
like prior to 300.
Prior to 300, that was the bar.
That was the bar. I was like, man, like,
yeah,
that card was just amazing. It was the first time post-COVID they brought the fans back. Where was that card at? I don't remember.
I'm gonna say Vegas.
You want to say?
I want to say Vegas, but I could be wrong. But
wherever it was, I want to say it was it in Texas? Because I want to say it was in Texas. No.
Well, if you're talking Masvidal, maybe it was in
Florida. You're right. Florida. Why did I say it was in Florida?
Because I think like, you know,
his hometown.
That's his home and shit. And I think he was talking some shit. So
in Miami, like, yeah, it was.
I'll go
Miami.
fight you over there in your
Miami.
Territory.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, that was a great card. Then I think 300 really just
came
set
along
it
and
set it way too high. And I think we're all just kind of hoping for those kind of cards. But card was great. I just want to go over a few of the early prelim and the prelim fights. Starting with Quillen Selkild and Yanal Ashmood. Selkild, you know, I was surprised at how young Selkild is. He's actually 25. Really young guy. Yeah, young guy on the come up right now. He's running an 8-fight win streak and improves to 9 after this one. And then Ashmood, he's a little older at 30. Coming off a win, only one win though, from Trevor Peak. He's kind of been like one of those win, lose.
Oh, okay.
But he was coming off that win. So fight started off with some stand up, man, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little scrap, a little banger. Those are the kind of those are the fights we like. We like the bangers.
We like the bangers.
The swanging and banging. But Ashmood started grappling, bro, and at that point I was like, oh man, because like to me, well, I don't know anything about Selkild, but I just thought, you know, Selkild, he's a striker. This guy's gonna start wrestling, you know, take advantage of that dude, and we're just gonna get one of those grappling matches where he's just gonna hold him down, the whole lay and pray deal, and I was like, God bless America, man, we're gonna get one of these fights. But dude, Selkild started just. Like the grappling skills of Selkild completely blew my mind.
Really? I miss this one.
Dude, he was reversing, he was getting top position, bro. I was like, damn, like they were scrapping on the ground.
He was handling
some business, dude. Yeah, dude, it was really, really good. A lot of grappling, scrambles, a lot of stand up, bro. It was awesome fight, dude. But Selkild got the win. He did get the dub, but it's like you could tell that the point he was gassed, bro. Like
who?
Selkild was completely gassed by the end, bro. He was like, I'm done here, bro. But Ashmood, hey, credit to Ashmood, bro. He just wanted to keep going. Like the gas tank on Ashmood was pretty full still, you know. But hey, man, Selkild gets that win. Judges, you know, I'd say they made a good decision here. So it was really, really good, man. Next one. I think you missed this one too, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Jekasari.
I was ashamed. Yeah.
Ju Sung Yu, bro. I mean, it's one of the best knockouts I've seen in a while, bro. It's one of the best ones, bro. 28 seconds into the first round, Ju Sung Yu clocks Sari with a left hook. It actually looked like one of those Pereira left hooks.
Uh-huh.
You know, his famous, like, you know, where he's even got that tattoo of the rocks in his hands.
Yeah.
Boom, like.
Dude, and it was like no wind up, no tell. Like, it was just boom, just super quick. Just.
Dude, not only that, dude, but it didn't even look like it had a lot of power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it just like Sung Yu saw that, he just saw that opening. And he just said, okay, let me just tap this guy to boom, and completely
he fell
right on the button, bro. Sari goes Sari goes face plants right into the canvas, bro. Brutal KO, bro. I mean, it was one of the best knockouts I've seen. Like I said, it's just one of the best I've seen in a long time, man.
it was definitely, and you know, even after he fell, he came, you know, back in and double tapped it with the right when he was already on the ground before the ref came and stopped it.
I mean, Sari is gonna be feeling it.
He felt it,
dude, because he like it was face first, bro.
Face first and
face first. I think even his feet were off the ground.
It was insane.
It was a great knockout, man. So yeah, way to go, Jo Sung Yu. That's a guy to look out for, man.
I want to see more of him.
Yeah.
I want to see more of him.
That's a guy to look out for, bro. He is. Wait, what is he? A welterweight?
Featherweight.
A featherweight.
Featherweight.
Featherweight for this guy, dude. And he's got that kind of power, bro. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Yeah, man. So awesome fight. Ariana De Silva and versus Wayne Kong. Yeah, I mean, well, you know, I want the hotties to win, but hey, Wayne Kong got it done, man. She was leg kicking the shit out of De Silva, bro. Like her leg was pretty jacked up. So yeah, you know, but
do you know? Because well, they did move the weight to a catch weight. Does that mean De Silva still like had to give up some of her purse?
I would say yeah, dude, because it was a crazy amount. It was 6 pounds.
6 pounds over?
It was like 6 pounds over. Crazy amount to be over. But I'm not too sure, but they did say something about medical reasons, and I don't know, man, but whatever. 6 pounds overweight. So yeah, it might be a catch weight, but I think if I'm not mistaken, that moves Wayne Kong into the rankings.
She got ranked out because of that.
I think is Ariana De Silva ranked? I have no idea if she's ranked or not, but yeah, it was a good fight. Hey, Wayne Kong got it done. Let's go. Next up, the card, man. This is going into the prelims now. Chaos Williams and Andreas Gustafsson.
I really expected more out of this fight. Yeah. I really thought Gustafsson would knock out Williams. I really thought he had that power, and he just couldn't get it done.
No, the power wasn't really there. But dude, you're talking. Look, I hate to say it, dude, but Merab is onto something with his style, because when you look at Andreas Gustafsson, bro, he pretty much put on Merab level numbers, bro, on strikes, on body strikes, even like control time, dude. Takedowns. He attempted 14 takedowns, bro. 14 takedowns. Andreas Gustafsson, bro. So he was just active and working the entire fight. It's like Chaos Williams couldn't get him off him, bro. There was no chance for Chaos to even breathe. And honestly, dude, like when I was watching that fight, it looked like Chaos didn't even want to be in there. Like from the very beginning, it looked like he just doesn't. He didn't want to really be in there, dude. And then for Gustafsson to just completely smother him the way he did, bro. Mm-hmm. Just smother him with just constant pressure, constant in your face. You're like, bro, get off me, dude. But Chaos just couldn't pull it off, man.
Couldn't pull it off,
man. And
is it because I get, that's becoming the meta, right? Is crotch sniffing. It's putting up against the fence, and Gustafsson had a mixture of that, right? Of stand up, of grappling, of this and that, right? Like just giving everything to Williams. Like, what was I gonna say? Like, are we gonna see like that now? Like less stand up.
Yeah,
we're starting to see less stand up. It's like, well, this guy's a striker. Yeah, I'm a striker too, but I also have a little bit of knowledge in grappling. So, I'm not gonna meet him on his grounds. Yeah, I'm gonna mix it up.
Yeah. Because, dude, like I totally agree, man. We're seeing it more and more. That's how, like, credit to Merab, dude. Like, he's just really figured it out. But like, another fighter is what's that guy's name? What's that guy's name that everybody just. I forgot what that guy's name is. Oh, Bilal Muhammad.
Oh, you're beat.
Bilal Muhammad. Yeah, that's also his style, bro, is he just likes to do all that, throwing whatever and then grapple and then throwing some more and then grappling and throwing so. But it works, man. It works. And unfortunately, more and more strikers are going to, the guys that are strikers are either going to have to try and figure out how to stop that or just going to have to start doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
Mixing it up.
Yeah, because
get some knowledge and some grappling.
It is MMA. You got to have the grappling. You got to have the wrestling, but.
And it's like I said, dude, like we're entering the Merab era.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely, especially after this. So, way to go, Andreas Gustafsson, man. He gets the win. Chaos, dude. I don't know, man. I think he's gonna start phasing out, man.
I think so too. Yeah. After this performance, I think as well too.
Just his demeanor, the entire fight was just like, I just don't want to be here, and
he really had nothing.
He had nothing to, you know what I mean? Two fight losing streak, bro. So not a good way to start off this year. No, for Chaos, dude. Not at all, dude. So yeah, Gustafsson improves, and we just got to see how he goes. Man. Sweden, what's up, man? Yep. Next up the card for me, dude. I know Sergey Spivak, and then Waldo Cortez Acosta. He gets the win. That was good. Same thing with Azamat Mirzakhanov and Brendan Ribeiro. Another knockout as well. We're here with these guys, but Joshua Van, and Bruno Silva, bro. Awesome performance by Joshua Van, dude. Just non-stop violence.
That was a good fight
from start to finish, bro. Bruno Silva, dude, credit to him, bro. He tagged Van a few times, especially with the leg kick at the very beginning. Yeah. That dropped Joshua Van, but he got right back up, made some adjustments, dude. And he pulled out that win, dude, round 3. You know what I mean? Just hurt him. I think it was he got him with a punch to the body. Then Bruno Silva went down, and he was just like, I'm going to finish this. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And out. That's all she wrote, man. So, yeah, dude. Way to go, Joshua Van, dude. He's looking good, bro. He's looking good. He's looking good, man. I've been watching him. I can't remember which fight I started watching him. I've been seeing him for a while now.
I know. Yeah,
I've been talking about him.
You've been talking about Van.
I've been talking about Van
for a minute,
dude. Yeah, because like his fight was really, really good. The first one I saw, I like his style of fighting, dude. I like his style of fighting. He likes to make it a scrap, and he's just looking good, bro. Looking good. 14-2, bro. I hope he continues to win, man. He is in the flyweight, bro. It'd be really good to see him get up there. Because, dude, I don't see anybody taking out... who's the champ right now at the strawweight?
Pantoja?
Pantoja. Yeah. That's not even a dig at Pantoja, dude. Credit to Pantoja. He's just been, he's been a little beast, bro. Kicking everybody's ass. But it's like,
Is there really no one in the flyweight?
Yeah, he's just not really a name, dude. Because he's taking out everybody. He's taking out everybody. Like Moreno, he just took him out 3 times. Yeah. You know what I mean? 3 times. Like once when they started.
He took the title.
When. Oh yeah. I think
because Moreno had the title, took it away from him, and then they had a rematch. So now Joshua Van is ranked 15.
Oh,
because of his win against Silva.
Wow.
He is in the top 15 now. And honestly, bro, you're right. There's really nobody in the flyweight division.
Like, who's the top 5 right now in the flyweight?
So Pantoja's champion, Brandon Royval, Brandon Moreno, Amir Albazi, and Kaikar France.
Yeah. And I think he's already beaten Royval, and he's beaten Moreno.
Yeah.
And then he beat the guy coming from that Japanese promotion.
Oh,
Tasakura or whatever.
Yeah.
And that guy was like,
he was supposed
he's gonna take over, you know. And Pantoja was like, what? So yeah, man, good fight, man. I hope we'll see more, man. We'll see more. I'm gonna keep my eye on this guy.
What we got? There's Usyk ranked 10, Elliott 11, Tagir Uzbekov. I don't know who that is.
You're like, okay.
Charles Johnson, and then you have De Silva, and then underneath him is Van.
Wow. All right. So that's good, man.
So yeah, man. Maybe Van climbs the rankings. Get some impressive wins, and his next target is Pantoja.
Yeah, let's go, bro. Let's go.
Shit.
Let's go. Yeah, and just real quick, I don't even know what they do with Pantoja anymore. I mean, I think the next one is maybe Car France, but
the next, not this week, not the following week, 28th.
Oh,
the 28th. So yeah, not this weekend, not next weekend, but the following. He faces France.
Wow, dude.
And then after that, I don't know what they do with Pantoja.
Dude. Yeah, hey, Van, dude, you gotta start climbing up fast. Yeah, all right, man. Now to the main card. Good card, bro. Good card. But heartbreaker and the main event. So let's go ahead and get started with Vicente Luque and Kevin Holland.
I think that was a fantastic way to start the main card.
Dude.
That was such a fantastic finish.
Amen.
From Holland. Darce choke. It was great. It was fantastic.
It was great, man. Luque couldn't even get off anything, bro. Holland was just all over him, bro. Luque, I remember he tried to go for like a single leg. He was trying to get him with that leg, dude. But the balance of Holland, bro, is just insane, bro. He just stayed on his feet, punching Luque in the head, dude. Like, he must have got like 5 or 6 punches, dude.
That's what I was saying. Is like they showed the stats for like the the body and the leg kicks.
Yeah,
Holland was a real headhunter,
dude.
That fight,
he was just hitting him, bro. And then finally he just got that choke, and you're just like, damn, way to go, Holland.
Yeah,
way to go, bro.
Very, very good. Very impressive.
Yes. Now, he is asking for the worst fighter in the division. And he says that's Colby Covington.
That's right. He wanted Colby next.
Yes, he's like, I don't want any of the good guys. Give me the worst guys. Give me Colby Covington. And I say, go. Yes. Now, Colby, being a little bitch that he is, only fights maybe once a year. Maybe. I don't think he's going to take the fight. He's not going to take the fight.
He's not going to take it?
He's not going to take it. Yeah, he's not going to take this fight, dude. There's no way he wants to fight Kevin Holland, dude. Kevin Holland, I think, just destroys him. You know what I mean? Kobe's already much older. Like, you know me. I'm a fan of Kobe, dude. But I think the shtick that he's just been pulling for so long is just played out, worn out,
Didn't Covington lose his last fight?
Dude, Covington has lost, forever now.
Is he on a losing streak?
Yeah, well, I know he lost his last fight, and I'm pretty sure he is, dude, because the last one he had was against Masvidal, and that was nothing impressive. You know what I mean? Dude, now the story behind that and the beef and everything, that was a great story, I, you know, diving into that, bro, was kind of, it was a little sad to see, you know, the friendship just really dissolve between them. But I, you know, anyways, that was his last win, and after that, I think he's like on a 2-fight losing streak right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's coming. Yeah, his last loss was in December 24 against Buckley.
Dude, yeah, and I was like, he came in there like he's like 3 weeks notice. I'm gonna show up, and I'm like, bro, why?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and he just came in fat and slow and
just not up to par.
Just dude,
yeah. This is. I don't think we saw this one. I don't. It was fight night. Yeah, it was a fight night because it was one of those UFC on ESPN.
Mm-hmm. It was the last one of the year.
Of the year,
yeah.
And that was one where his eye got fucked up, and Doctor Stoppage.
Oh, Doctor Stoppage, yeah,
yeah.
But either way, he was gonna lose that fight, dude. Yeah, Buckley, and Buckley's just looking amazing right now, dude. So
yeah, and then prior to that, he lost literally a year prior in December 23 against Edwards.
Edwards, yeah. And yeah, even in the Edwards fights, he didn't have nothing for Edwards, dude. Nothing. Like,
yeah. Is it downfall of Covington?
Dude, yeah, big time, dude. He's been such a disappointment, bro. Like, I'm like, dude, you can stop the shtick now, bro, and just like
you can stop playing that character.
Yeah, like, you know, it's not like it was fun when you were fighting Usman, but that shit is over. Like, that shit has been over forever. Like, you need to get.
Move
like,
on.
Dude, not only that, but he's already like 36 or something. And you're like,
no way he's that old.
Yeah, he's already old, bro. He's like 36. You know, in the UFC, that's old, bro. That's already old in the UFC.
And 30, yeah, no, he's 37.
Yeah, 37, bro. 37. And I'm like, dude, what do you like? You don't have time to just be like, I'm out here in Miami, the king of Miami, talking all this shit, saying you're getting all the mamacitas. And then go into the UFC and be like, oh, Donald Trump's my favorite fighter, and I'm gonna come out with Lil Wayne and all this shit that he's been talking, bro. And it's like, bro, you losing. You're losing
this entire spectacle and nothing to back it up.
Yeah, like you're losing, bro. You know what I mean? And even Trump is like, yeah, you know, Covington, I won a lot of money with you, and you know, he's like, he was about to say I've lost a lot of money with you, but
he did. I did not see that.
But you know, hey, you know, he's like, I'm just gonna, you know, pobrecito, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Covington, the supposed king of Miami, man. But yeah, hey, Kevin Holland, bro, I hope you get that fight, bro. It would be an amazing fight, man. Shout out to you. You're doing great, bro. You know, Kevin, they were talking about getting him in the Noche card. I think it was the Noche card, but he's like, no, I don't want to because of the marijuana laws that Texas is going to be passing soon. So he's like, can't get focused without some of that MJ coming up, you know.
So what? You're telling me Kevin Holland pulled off a darts choke on the ganja? Really?
Oh man! You know, hey. They say don't do drugs, but it might be different in the UFC.
Might be different.
All right. So
moving on to the bantamweight.
Oh my God, dude! Mario Bautista and Patchy Mix.
And I think a lot of people, you know what? And we talked about this. We talked about this prior. You know, the competition.
Yeah.
Comparing, you know, to those B-list organizations coming into the UFC. Not being able to get the job done. I don't know if you saw a lot of the tweets that they had on the you know how they post some of the tweets that people put. Mm-hmm. A lot of the tweets are like, man, like Patchy doesn't look comfortable. He's got those like jitters, like, and he didn't. Yeah. He looked very stiff. He did not look comfortable. He did not look in his element. And Bautista just took advantage of that, man.
Dude, when I look back on it, I think the big problem coming into this fight, for Patchy at least, was the hype. And the hype was really built on the fact that nobody liked Bautista. because of his win over Aldo. Nobody liked Bautista because of the win over Aldo.
Right.
Dude, I watched the press conference, bro, and when Bautista stood, he just got booed from the minute he walked into the, like, just booing, and they asked him questions, and there were more boos, and he's like, nah, it's fine, because I think they asked him, like, hey, are you kind of, feel disrespected because the hype is going towards Patchy? He goes, nah, man, I get the attention, and while everybody's booing, he's like, you see all the boos? That's the attention that I'm looking for, or whatever, and so the hype was all on Patchy,
Yeah.
And Patchy was coming out talking a whole bunch of shit, and
that's true.
You're like,
and I wanted Mix to win.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, and then you look at the record, bro. 20-1 when he came in, and you're just like, damn, okay, like, this guy's got some fights. He's a 3-time world champion over in Bellator. And he's talking about, I fought the best guys, and he's got notable wins over in Bellator and this and that. And you're like, okay, great, like, this is going to be a great fight. Now, mind you, he came in on, like, I think it was like 3 weeks notice or whatever. But he was talking about that he was staying ready, and he was staying in the gym and this and that. And, bro, he came out, and the lights shone, and I don't think he had been in such a crazy loud place like that before. You know what I mean? Like, the fans were just loud and screaming, and
So it was just a mixture of everything.
Everything, bro.
And environment, fucking competition, like.
Dude, and then you're talking about stiff, bro. Like, no head movement, bro. Like, it's like he had on a neck brace and he's like Batman, the original Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, it was one piece.
And he had to move his entire body to move his head. Like, bro, what are you doing? And Bautista's just piecing him up the entire time.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, what's this deal of using my face to stop the fight, to stop the punches?
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to do it, bro. You know what I mean? And, hey, he has an incredible chin, dude, because Bautista really was piecing him up.
Yeah.
And he was just not going down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's like, man, dude. And then when I look at the stats, 173 total strikes landed for Bautista and 122 from Patchy. And it didn't even look like that, dude. It didn't even look like Patchy was throwing. It didn't look like Patchy was doing anything, bro. And then when he was throwing, it's like Bautista was just eating him. He's getting no reaction from any of the punches, that he's throwing, that Patchy's throwing.
He just has those pillow hands.
And I'm like, dude, like, oh, man, what a bad pick. What a bad pick. Even the odds makers had Patchy winning this fight, dude. So, man.
That's weird. You think some of the odds makers were like, yeah, fuck Bautista.
Dude, yeah. Seriously, like that. I know, because, dude, odds makers obviously have to be fans of the sport, and you're just like, yeah, you're not. I mean, that Aldo win was.
It's like, fuck you for missing.
Oh man,
fuck you for messing with Aldo, bro. Like
seriously, bro. That was such a heartbreaker. And then after that, he retired. He's like, nah, I'm
done.
Like, they're just gonna be spamming me with this Merab bullshit.
Uh-huh.
So, but hey, Bautista gets the win, man. That's great for him.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, he's on the come up, man. Hopefully, Patchy will, I don't know, prepare better, do a longer camp, man. Maybe do a full camp, 12 weeks, and maybe you'll be, better to.
Yeah, let's see what he does if they match him up, with whoever. Let's see what he does with a full camp.
Yeah, let's see what he does with full camp, man. Coming in healthy, bro, and hopefully we'll see him get a win in the UFC, man. Not another Michael Chandler story. So, hey, man, Chandler had a bunch of hype too, and credit to Chandler, bro. He got that win over Hooker, and you're just like, okay, this is a little beast here, and then he just went on that losing streak, and then he clocked Ferguson, and he's calling out Conor, but then he loses again, and you're like, well, just keep hoping for that Conor fight, I guess.
Shit, bro, we'll never see that.
Yeah,
shit,
dude, I think Conor is done.
We'll never fucking see that shit in our lifetimes.
Yeah, dude. And even he's still calling for it. As a matter of fact, he's like, I want to finish the Ultimate Fighter and this and that. And you're like, bro, come on, man. 3 years already, dude. You just focus on your.
Yeah, dude. Like,
like you're not young either, bro.
Like,
just
take your mind off of that shit, bro.
Dude.
Like, just,
like, let's get focused.
Get the wins that you can, bro. Focus on your other fights.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing for real? But anyways, man. Moving up the card, man. You got Kevin Gastelum and Be Like Joe Pyfer, man. Yeah. So Pyfer got the win.
I expected Body Bags to finish him.
Dude, everybody did.
I expected Pyfer to actually finish Gastelum. And we talked about this too. Gastelum's he's still got a chin, man.
Bro, granite chin.
He still has a chin. Granite
chin on Gastelum, bro. Like, it's...
The seasoned vet.
And the guy is so small and so pudgy, and
do that too, bro.
And, you're just like, nah, he's gonna go in there, he's gonna knock him out.
The height difference, the length, like it was, bro. I even told you it was like if Punch Out had like an MMA, like an MMA version, it was this, bro.
Dude,
you had that angle where Gastelum was in front of the camera, right? You just see Pyfer like towering over him.
Yeah, dude. And so that first round, man, Pyfer was a monster, bro. Knocking him down, dude. He was just tagging him left and right, bro. Gastelum didn't look like he had any answer for him, dude. But the second round, dude. It's like Gastelum made the adjustments, started figuring out Pyfer, and he survived, bro.
Yeah.
He survived. He started getting his own little tags back. And I'm just like, when are we going to get this knockout, Pyfer?
Yeah.
And then third round comes and you're like, Joe. What are you? So what is this one trick pony deal? Like the entire time he's just trying to knock him out. Like he's just trying to set up that big right hand.
Like,
the entire
swinging for the fences. Everything he got into.
And you're like, bro, Gastelum has figured that out.
It's not working.
You're not going to make your own adjustments here? Like Gastelum de Walada is like, I know what he's doing. I'm going to make my adjustments. He makes the adjustments. He stays in the fight. Piper's like,
I'm going to keep doing I'm going to keep doing the same thing.
I'll get him again. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to, if that straight right hand isn't going to do it, bro, do something else.
Do something else. This is MMA. I mean... Mix it up.
You know what I mean? Mix it up here, Pyfer, bro. But also, too, Pyfer is young, bro. Pyfer is, I think, 28.
28, yeah.
And, Gastelum's actually still pretty young, too. He's 33, if I'm not mistaken. But Gastelum is just a vet.
Yeah.
Gastelum is just a vet, and he knows exactly what to do, how to adjust, and get the job done. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he didn't this time, right? But
I mean, he survived, bro. He stayed up.
He survived, dude. And, you didn't get the finish. And I think even Pyfer, they were asking him questions toward the end, and he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't get the finish. But
even he was like, I'm gonna go and knock this guy out.
Yeah.
He expected to knock him out.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry I didn't get the knockout. And then he says, I'm glad I didn't knock him out because, he's a legend, a veteran, and I respect him, right? But, yeah, I didn't get the knockout. And I'm like, dude, well, I mean, you kind of told that to everybody, bro. So, but it's like, dude, if you don't get the knockout, dude, yeah, you gotta do something else other than just that one trick you got. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to do something else.
Swinging for the fences, and like you can't do that. You get up to higher level. Bro was just putting everything he had into that punch, and like everything, and like getting off balance.
Yeah,
very very clunky.
Yeah,
very clunky movement. And it's like, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah,
you get it to a better fighter, a more elite fighter, they're gonna fucking catch you.
Yeah.
They're gonna fucking catch you, and they're gonna sit you down.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like no matter as you get into the more elite fights, dude, it's like even the short guys, they're knocking people out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always think about Volk and how small Volk is compared to everybody else. But he's just like Volk has got a serious knockout record, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you're like, nah, man. Sorry, but you get the win, dude. But it just wasn't. I don't think Pfeiffer's stock really rises that much. They're probably gonna give him. I don't think they're gonna give him like a. I don't know. They'll probably give him somebody, not in the rankings again.
Yeah, he gets another. Yeah, not a non-ranked fighter.
Yeah, he's gonna get a non-ranked fighter.
It was. I mean, he got a unanimous decision, but not. It wasn't impressive.
It wasn't impressive, bro. It's not like you're like, oh, I'm gonna call out someone from the top 15 now. Like, you
don't have that cred.
You don't have the cred, but hey, you know what? There's a thing called Dana White privilege, and Dana White does like Joe Pyfer, and he likes when you win. So, we'll probably see him fighting elite level soon, man. All right, next up the card.
On to the co-main.
Co-main event, man. Juliana Pena and Kayla Harrison. Way to go, Kayla Harrison. Way to go, man. I'm glad,
Ate my words.
Yeah.
Ate my words.
Way to go, bro. She got that crazy sub that almost snapped off Juliana Pena's arm, bro.
You know what it was? Dude? It's because they asked Juliana Pena about Bilal's last fight, and she was like, I thought he won. I thought he won.
Who's that guy again? I forgot.
Who? She shouldn't have said that. She
said
that, and that shit followed her.
Yeah, man.
Damn it.
It was just, domination from Harrison the whole way, man. It was a really, really good fight. Hey, she's actually one of those stories that, she came from another promotion, PFL, and won over here, bro.
Yeah.
Won over here. Coming from 155 to 135, dude. We were talking earlier about her weigh-in photo, and
just looking so drained,
completely drained, bro. And then 5 hours later, she's like back to her old self, man. True professional, dude. True professional, bro. It was great win, dude. And hey, she got she met Trump. And
dude, that photo is going viral.
Yeah.
And you saw that she put the belt around Trump?
Yeah, she put the belt around Trump, Hey, you win, you got to go see Donald Trump, man. You got to.
You got to,
man. And even Trump, gave her a little hug, a little kiss, and she was like kissing the cheek. And she was all in love, man. So, yeah, great win. Excited to see the fight with her and Amanda Nunes. I hope that comes up as soon as possible. I hope it's not like a year. That would really suck, but... Hey, man, it is what it is. Right now, the women's bantamweight, there's just nothing in the women's bantamweight, bro. So, yeah, man, let's get that fight going, man. Let's get that fight going. So, yeah. Congratulations, Kayla Harrison, man. I hope, I'll say it right now. I hope she wins again. I hope she defends the title.
Against Nunes.
Now,
here's my question. Nunes says... Well, she, and I guess she said this with, an expectation of a win when she fights Harrison, that, she's going to continue, right? If she defeats Harrison, she's going to continue fighting. And what if she loses? Does she just leave again? Or does she become another Aldo?
Oh, man, dude.
And just go on another 2 or 3 fight losing streak and... like her or not, she does have legacy in the, in the organization. It's like, the lioness, whatever.
Female goat, bro.
Female goat. And we, I know how you feel. We know how we feel about this. Just stay retired.
Stay retired.
Like, don't come back.
Yeah.
Like, you made your point. You made your mark. Keep it as is. You know, and. I don't know if that, that's the fight they make, right? I go Harrison.
Yeah, definitely. I, it's one of those things I really don't like, that a lot of these guys, they retire and then they want to come back. And especially look, if you retire as champion, stay retired.
Like there's nothing more you can ask for.
Yeah. Just stay retired, man.
You have a good record. You have the belt. You leave, you go into the sunset.
Leave on top.
Leave on top.
Mm-hmm. Leave on top. But then they want to come back. And it's like the legacy just gets ruined. You know what I mean? Like, we've just seen it too many times. Cejudo, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Cejudo's the perfect example. Because not for nothing, but who was asking for Cejudo to come back? Like, who? You know what I mean? I mean, and he made it seem like the entire world was asking him to come back. Like, they were like, from the... it reminded me of the... what's Game of Thrones. At the very... In the season 1... like... Pretty much in season 1, man, I don't even know the characters' names anymore. But there's a guy, and he's like the supposed rightful ruler of the kingdom, whatever. And people are telling them, people are the peasants and the people are asking for their king back. They want you back and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, nobody's asking for you back.
Was that just a lie?
Yeah, it was just a straight up lie. You know what I mean? And the guy dies like right away because they're like, no. Like, no, nobody's asking for you back. You know what I mean? Like, and then the mother of dragons or whatever like takes over and stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, they were asking for her.
And it was his little foot in the door was when O'Malley was getting interviewed and he was talking shit.
Oh yeah,
when he was like half drunk or some shit, that like office type like video.
Yeah, Figgy's in the back, like, what's going on here?
Like, pan over to Figueiredo and he's just like,
yeah, dude, that was great, man. That was comedy,
dude. And honestly, since then, like, we're like,
yeah,
what impact has Cejudo done?
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, dude,
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and then like he was talking, like when he was fighting again, dude, he's talking so much like he's making all the plans and he's doing all the like even he's doing the coaching in his own training camp and all that stuff. And you're like, bro,
even like I think I sent it to you. There's a clip where he's on a podcast with Usman and Adesanya, and he even makes a joke and it's like, oh yeah, we're all on a losing streak.
Well, yeah,
like we're all on a losing streak.
All of them, Usman and Adesanya. Yeah, dude.
And I'm just like, dude,
okay, dude. Just stay retired, man.
Just stay retired.
Yeah, even Aldo, bro. Like he, just when he retired, it's like, bro, you did enough. You did enough. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like there was no reason to come back, and he regretted it. He's like, yeah, like I'm just not. I came back, and I shouldn't have.
No. He even said it. He was just like, I didn't expect just to be on the cage.
Yeah.
Just keeping me on the cage. Because it's, like I said, bro, it's a different era.
Yeah, it's a different era.
We're just in a different era now.
Yeah. More guys are just figuring out how to win.
Yeah.
They're just figuring it out, man. They're doing the whole Mayweather shit. Where he's just like, oh, I know how to win now. And he wins. All right. Main event: Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley, bro. Man. This was a tough one, bro. Because we were going for O'Malley, bro. I think everybody was really going for O'Malley, bro. Everybody had a lot of faith in O'Malley, especially because he was like, I'm clean, I'm focused, I'm ready to go. But I even told you this, bro. When I saw him, do the face off on the press conference.
Yeah.
He did not look sure. He didn't look confident in that weigh-in. In that one, at least to me, in that weigh-in during the press conference, he didn't look too confident. And then in the official weigh-in, he did look really locked in.
Yeah, and he was just
you're
staring him.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm locked in now. I was like, okay, all right, that's good. And the fight starts, bro, and O'Malley's doing good,
dude. First round, he was defending those takedowns.
Yeah, he's defending the takedowns.
Defending those takedowns, and it was like shit. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Like he knows what to do if Merab, whatever Merab throws at him, like he's gonna, he's just gonna get back up.
Yeah,
and he did for a while.
He did. Yeah, he did that in the first round. Did it in the second round too. I was like, okay, he's defending good. Merab is throwing all the pressure on him, bro. He's just, that's Merab style, bro. And I really think that the game plan was to defend as much as possible. And then like in the championship rounds, he was like, I'm going to turn it up to 11. You know what I mean? Start getting him because he really wasn't throwing anything. He was just kind of...
He was just conserving.
Yeah, he's just conserving that energy, just being very cautious about really throwing anything. I mean, you have to when you're fighting Merab, right? But I really think that... But, dude, then Merab just gets him with that guillotine, bro. You know what I mean? He just gets him and you're like, this is a weird-ass choke. But once Merab got him in the headlock and then threw all his weight on top of him, bro.
Yeah, like, because... O'Malley was facing the mat.
Yeah.
And then, tried to get out of it, turned to his like right side, and he was facing upwards. And then that was Merab's cue, and he just planted himself.
Yeah.
You just see he just planted himself. There was no way he was getting out of that.
Yeah, honestly, when he rolled over and he put his back against the fence, when O'Malley rolled over, put his back against the fence, trying to get out of that grapple, immediately what came to my head was John Jones and Gone. And when John Jones got him up against the fence, because O'Malley was sitting down with his back against the fence for like a split second. And I was like, and when I saw that, I was like, that looks like how John Jones got Gone. Mm-hmm. Gone was sitting down with his back against the fence. John Jones got him in that headlock and just took him out. You know what I mean? And sure enough, Merab did the same thing, bro. Did the same thing, made a little adjustment. Got him on the canvas, bro. Laid on top of him, dude. With all that and then Merab is just crazy strong, dude. Yeah. Crazy strong. He still got takedowns on O'Malley. I remember he even picked him up again.
Yeah.
Picked him up again, bro.
Yeah.
Slammed him on the canvas. And you're like, oh, man. And, dude, the pressure was just too much, bro. It's just too much pressure from Merab.
Dude, and a lot of the second round, like, Merab had ground control. Majority of the second round.
Man, dude.
Majority of the second round. I remember I'm like, damn, dude. Like, that costs you.
Yeah, it does.
That costs you.
Yeah, going into the third round, it was, 2-zip Merab, dude. And, they're calling him the GOAT of bantamweight, and I believe it, bro. I believe it. He's just been dominant, man.
Yeah.
He's just been dominant, man. His last 5 wins, bro. Like, this is why people are saying that he's the GOAT right now, because the last 5 wins that he had, bro. Jose Aldo, which everybody hated.
Yeah.
Petr Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov, and then Sean O'Malley again, bro. And you're like, now 6 wins, right? And you're just like, dude, like that's a resume. Yeah. That's a resume there, bro. Like,
those are names.
Those are names. He's just winning, bro.
Yeah.
He's just winning, man. And damn, dude. I didn't like that. They were asking Dana about Merab's next fight, and he's like, Umar sounds like fun. And I'm like, dude, what?
Was it? Oh, yeah, okay. Wasn't it? Yeah, I saw like a few minutes of Dana's post fight, and he's like, well, yeah, an Umar rematch sounds exciting.
And you're like, bro, you've got Sandhagen right there. Like, yeah. Why are you even talking about Umar? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, that fight, it was decision, dude, and it was like, I think it was like
wasn't it like overwhelming?
Unanimous, bro. It was unanimous, bro, for Merab. You know what I mean? Mm. And you're like, nah, Umar, let's get Umar another fight. And I'm just like, dude, man, dude, like that Dana White privilege, dude, it's just a bitch.
Well, because I mean, what is Sandhagen like? What was Sandhagen's last fight?
Well, for me, it's just like Sandhagen's been working, man, and he's been winning tough fights. He's been winning tough fights, dude.
Because I mean, what's Dana White knows? It's Dagestani. Do I want Dagestanis or do I want Oh, he lost to Umar.
He lost to Umar, right? But before that, he won against the Donger, Song Yadong, Marlon Vera, Cheeto, Rob Font, lost to Umar, and then won against Figueiredo. Now, granted, Figueiredo, it was a knee injury, but, the point that Sandhagen was making was that, he said I forgot what game he said, but it's basically like, if you don't sit down, your knee's going to pop. And Figueiredo just didn't want to sit down. And he got that knee injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a good win. It was a good win. He's been moving on up. And I say that's the next fight to make, man. Sandhagen, man. And then after that, I'm pretty sure Merab wins that one too. I hate to admit it, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna win that one too.
Yeah. I don't see Sandhagen making a dent in that machine.
Yeah, no, not at all, dude. Like for real, Merab not only is the GOAT, but he is the new cardio king, bro. Like Kobe used to call himself that, dude. But it's Merab.
It's Merab.
It's Merab. There's just no, like, even with that pinky injury on his toe, he's just like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a face like that, like with a face like that, you're just like, yeah, you don't fucking care. But yeah, man, it's it was a little. I mean, it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing, especially like I know for Sean, dude, because even Sean, he just made a quick statement saying, hey, we didn't get the win. Sorry about that, guys, but he's like, I'll be back. And
yeah, a lot of people were like, fuck, dude, Merab's been on the mic for like 5 fucking minutes,
dude.
Sean O'Malley makes a statement in 40 seconds,
and
leaves.
You know what I mean? He's just yapping and yapping, all excited, bro, and you got to give him his due, right?
I mean, rightfully so, but shut up.
Yeah, dude, nobody wants to hear you. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, way to go, Merab. He gets the win, man. O'Malley, bro. It's funny. I want to say, hey, just go back to your old ways. Play the O'Malley character again, bro. But
I don't think you can.
Yeah,
I don't think you can.
Mm-mm.
Like, even if he really wanted to, I don't think he can.
Yeah. He's more a family man now. He was he's got his 2 kids now, and
like it's such a not say, I don't know, whatever. But I'm not saying he can't like go back to some of the habits, but to go fully back to the Suga character, I don't think he can.
Yeah,
it was too drastic of a change.
Mm-hmm.
For him to be as clean that he was for however long he was. What was it, like?
I think since January is what he was saying.
Since
pretty much since the year started.
Since the year, what was that? Was it 6 months?
6 months. Yeah.
Changing your habits that drastically.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. I don't think he would want to.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would want to. Like, I'm different. You're so different from who you were last year.
Yeah, so that's good, man. That's good. I get. I would say that, but it's good that he's clean, man. I think maybe he should stay clean. He should stay clean. Even Welch, dude. Like I was watching the Embeddeds, bro, and they've got like a whole Welch has got a ranch way out there in Arizona somewhere, and they built a whole training center in there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So it's just
Bryce Mitchell style.
Yeah, dude. But it's a big one. Like it's a big warehouse that they got going out there, dude. And it's it's good that they've got that this private training center where they can really just focus on fights. But it just would have been good to see a win to be like, hey, you know what? You see, like, you get clean, dude, you get serious, and you can win. Like, and you're just like, well,
look at the shit.
Rap.
Look at the shit what you can do.
Yeah.
Look at the shit you can do.
Yeah, dude.
Just focusing.
Yeah. But now I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it was nice for him to come out to I'm proud to be an American.
That was such
a shock.
I didn't see, I thought, yeah. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
That was just such a shock, dude.
I don't think anybody saw that coming. I think everyone was just like ready for Superstar to play.
Yeah.
And just be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, our boy was over here freaking out like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? You know what I mean? And
I was like, what?
It makes me wonder if it's just because, Donnie walked in.
Donnie was there.
Donnie was there, and he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna switch the song, But because I think even on the embeddeds, when they were practicing the walkout, he was walking out.
He was walking out to Superstar. Yeah, I had seen that.
Yeah, he was walking out to Superstar, and it's like all of a sudden he came out to that, and you're just like, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was. I was a little sad to not hear Superstar because that's his song. That's the walkout.
That's his theme, bro.
That's the walkout.
Just like Volk's Land Down Under,
dude. Amen.
Volk's Land Down Under. That Superstar is O'Malley. It's just how it is.
Yeah. So I don't think he'll come out to it again on his next fight. He might go back to Superstar, but yeah, man, it was cool. It was cool to see that, bro. Cool to see that, but hey, man, on to the next card, man. On to the next card, and hopefully be better. I think what's the next fight night?
Usman and Buckley.
Oh, Usman and Buckley. Yeah, okay. Usman and Buckley. Thug Rose and Miranda Maverick. I thought she was losing, but I guess she's doing better. Just a quick recap. Oh no, damn! She's been on a 4-fight win streak for Miranda Maverick. So okay, all right. So she's gonna get a fight, and then you got Edmund Shabazian and Andrei Petrovsky. Oh, Cody No Love coming in, and he's fighting Barcelos, Ronnie Barcelos. I think that's how you say it.
You know what I'm interested to see. You know what I'm interested to see for this next fight night?
What's up?
The Green Zombie returns.
Oh.
Chris Moutinho.
Moutinho is fighting on this card? Yep. Oh, crap. But he's fighting Malcolm Wellmaker.
Yeah, dude. And Wellmaker's coming off a super, impressive win.
Dude, yeah. I saw that.
A super impressive win.
Against Cameron Simon. Yeah, I saw that one, bro.
And everyone's like, okay, cool, bring Chris Moutinho in. Let's not give him an easy in.
Dude, yeah.
We're not going to give him a scrub.
Nah, dude. And you're like, okay. They're saying, he's racked up 5 wins in the regional scene. You know what I mean? So he's coming on a 5-win winning streak. And Wellmaker's coming on a 9-win winning streak. But, yeah, that knockout that he had against Cameron Simon was pretty ugly, man. So, yeah, man, it's, that's going to be an interesting one to see.
That is definitely, I'm going to be on the lookout for that.
Yep. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for listening, guys. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you on the next one.
Catch you later.